Assalamualaikum everyone. I wish you a very good day. Today we are from group A7. We are going to present about our project, which is the velocity acceleration calculator. Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. So my name is Muhammad Rahman Sham bin Muhammad Zahid and my metric number is 207546. Alright.
My name is Muhammad Muaz bin Muhammad Nur with matrix number 206542.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nurul Ashkir binti Ibrahim and my matrix number is 205310. So I will continue with the introduction for our project. Next slide. Okay, for the introduction, nowadays transportation such as cars and motorcycles are really crucial in our daily life. So as we move around from one place to another place to do our things, we tend to use transportation such as car so that we can ease our movement and save our energy. It is important for us to plan carefully before we start our trip so that we can arrive at our destination on time. We can go to our destination by foot, but this action will cause we will arrive late to our destination and might make us tired because we use energy for a long time. Two elements which are velocity and acceleration are really important to moving objects such as car because those elements can determine how the car works and engineers can make analysis with that information. So with that analysis of information, engineers can make any improvement to the moving objects such as car. So this is how the development of cars or any advanced transportation can be made. Therefore, those elements such as velocity and acceleration are really needed to make an advanced and powerful transportation in our daily life. So that's all for the introduction. I will pass to the next presenter.
Right. The next is project background. So what we are inventing is a velocity and acceleration calculator. So this project helps engineers to do kinematic analysis in terms of velocity and acceleration calculations. So the mastering the calculation of these quantities is very significant for engineers especially. So we are here to help them to make the calculation easier. So first, it is very useful for oil and gas operators. They need to put several entries of acceleration start time into the control system. But with false or error at the acceleration, it can cause failure to the system itself. So this is very important. So the second one is it will benefit automotive engineers. So the automotive engineers can determine the power of the vehicle that they want to create with at a certain time and distance. So this is greatly impacted by the velocity and acceleration of the vehicle. So what we want to investigate is we want to investigate how an object can achieve different velocity and acceleration by adjusting the equation and also time. So at the end of this project, there will be two graphs that display the acceleration and velocity as the output. So this will help the engineers to do their work easier and faster. Thank you for project background. So next, I'll pass to the next presenter.
Now I will present for the pseudocode. For pseudocode, for the input, we are using input command, and then we input the equations. into the input comment, and then to calculate the equation, we use differential comment from positions to velocity, and then we also use input comment for the value of t. For loop, we are using for and loop, which we have time interval, and then we are using sub comment because we want to replace t with k to evaluate x, and then replace t with we want to return a copy of x to replace t with k to evaluate x, and same goes to velocity and acceleration. And then for the output, we use fprintf to display the table of time and position. And then we also, and it is same for the velocity and acceleration. And for the graph, we are using plot command to plot the graph. So this is the script. Like I said before, we use input command to insert the equation, and then we use differential command to evaluate the equation of velocity and acceleration. So this is the subs command. So this one is fprintf command, and then there's display command for the output, and then we are using plotting command to plot the graph, the tree graph. So this is the tree graph, which the first one is displacement versus time, the second one is velocity versus time, and the third one is acceleration versus time. And then for first graph, it is we are using plot t as negative minus k to get the black color, and then the second one is we are using the command dash b to get the dash graph with blue color, and then the third figure is we are using dash m to get the pink color with a dash figure.
Okay, next for the discussion part. First, we have plotted the graph of displacement versus time graph. So for this relationship, displacement will increase as the time increases. So the value of displacement can be calculated based on the equation that we use in our program, which is x equals to 2 times t power of 3 minus 6 times t power of 2 plus 15 times t plus 40. So the time that we use for this calculation is between 0 second to 10 second. So the graph shows a relationship which is directly proportional to each other. Next. Okay, next, the next graph that we have been plotted, which is velocity versus time graph. So the relationship for this graph, as the velocity increase, as the time increase. So the result for the velocity can be calculated by using the differentiation of displacement with formula v equals to dx over dt. And also the relationship of this graph is directly proportional. Okay, next. Okay, next for the third and last graph that we have been plotted, which is the acceleration versus time graph. Okay, the relationship between this graph is as the time increase, the acceleration also increase. So to calculate the acceleration, we can use the differentiation of velocity, which comes with formula a equals to dv over dt. So this graph also shows the relationship of directly proportional to each other. So As an overall view for our discussion, those three graphs are directly proportional, which means as the value of time increases, the other three elements, which are displacement, velocity, and acceleration, will also increase. So I think that's all for the discussion. I will pass to the next presenter.
So, as a conclusion, this project will surely give positive impact to the engineers and engineering world, especially. So this is because the estimation of velocity and acceleration is made easier by this calculator. So the strong basis of kinematic study will make the dream of the better future be reality. So I think that is the end of our presentation. Thank you.